I need to take a moment to explain the concept of war games to my listeners who were never in the military.
Which is all of them.
When you hear the term war game, you probably think a bunch of generals in a room with maps and binders and those little tiny tanks and ships that represent the formations they are commanding. And that, yes, is one kind of war game. The other kind is probably termed an exercise, which means the actual playing ships and troops are out in the field practicing the maneuvers and tactics they would use if they were actually doing the real thing.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, usually it's more annoying than dangerous. The purpose of these exercises is to test the plans that came out of the paper battles and that the generals fought in the room, and to give the forces involved some practical experience on what the real thing would be like, kinda. It never really did, because you always knew that the exercise would end in a couple of days and you can get good and drunk when it was over. Wars, on the other hand, don't have a shelf life and you can get killed. The other part of exercises is the enemy can see you doing them, which is part of the idea, deterrence. But the other side of it is that the enemy can see you doing them and think, how do I know this isn't prelude to real war? Because the only big difference between wars and exercises is wars have real bullets and exercises generally don't. You follow?
I follow.
Seltzer Kings
podcasts.